So, good afternoon, sir. This is Firdos.
Hi, good afternoon, Fatos. How are you?
Yeah, good, sir. So, we'll just wait for a few minutes, sir, then we'll start the session.
Sure, sure, no issues.
Just wait for a few more numbers.
Yeah, yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay. Let's start the session, sir. Let's one and let the students join. The students get, sir.
Sure, sure. I'm all set. Start the presentation.
Yeah, just Divya will start over with the welcome note, sir.
Sure, sure. Done.
Divya, you can take over now.
Thank you, Firdaus ma'am. A very warm welcome to one and all present over here. Myself, Divya, student coordinator of the placement cell, Vidyasagar Women's College. It's my pleasure to welcome you all for this wonderful session. First, I would like to welcome our eminent speaker, Dr. Siddharth Suresh Babu sir, Director of the Spot Hospital, Chennai. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to place my hearty welcome to our principal ma'am, who's supporting us for conducting training programs. Welcome, ma'am. Financial controller, Mr. Adesh sir, who's who's the backbone of who was the uh, backbone of the program. Welcome, sir. I would like to welcome all the UA members from other colleges and faculty members of VSWC and my dear friends. I welcome you all for this wonderful session. I would now like to introduce my uh, I would now like to introduce our speaker, Dr. Siddharth Suresh Babu, Registrar of Orthopedics and Orthopedic Surgeon, and also Director of Spot Hospital, Chennai. He is graduated from SRMC in, in June 2016. In 2012, during his internships at SRM Medical College, he wrote a book named Must Knows of CVS for UG medical students. In 2013, he was awarded Young Achiever Award by Dr. MGR Medical University for his contribution to medical education. He has given many podium presentations in various city, national, and international conferences. He has received Best Paper Award from Madras Orthopedic Society in 2014. He has been a faculty at Spot Hospital CME in 2016 and has taken part in the medical educational programs. He has been awarded the prestigious medal paper in September 2016 at Orthopedic Association South Indian States Conference. His other interests including writing poetry, for which he has awarded by the International Society of Poets in 2007. He has been a faculty at Shishya Academy as a motivational speaker. He also been a master of ceremony at Spot Hospital CME for the past 10 years and also was a master of ceremony at various social events. We are proud to have this multi-talented person as a chief guest for this session. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Miss Divya, for such a wonderful introduction. So I guess without any further ado, I guess shall we start the program? Is it all right with everyone? Shall I go on, Divya?
Yes,
This
you
ma'am.
can start it now. You can take over.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm taking over, I guess. So, guys, thank you so much for having me. So, a very good afternoon. At the outset, I would like to thank Vidyasagar College for giving me and Mr. Seshu Karthik for giving me this opportunity. So, Mr. And also, I would like to have a special give a special thanks to Firdaus Madam for coordinating with me and and also explaining about the program. Thank you so much, madam. So Mr. Seshu had actually approached me a week ago to give a talk. He gave me a few topics to choose from. Though I'm an orthopedic surgeon, I chose this topic on mental health because this topic resonates with me. I will shortly explain why. So I'm Dr. Siddharth Ramesh Babu. I'm a consultant orthopedic surgeon at Spot Hospital, and I'm also a founder of VS Cube. VS Cube. So this topic of mental health is of particular significance today because in both India and the rest of the world, following COVID-19, there has been a 40% increase in mental health issues. In my topic, I'm going to talk about my college experience and mental health in the college environment. This is a topic about mental health, right? So I would like to get everybody mentally alert. So for a change, instead of a didactic lecture, I want us to have some fun. So I request everyone's involvement. As an incentive, as I mentioned earlier, VS Cube Entertainment. So they will be sponsoring 3 prizes, which will be registration to their monthly program. At the end of the activity, I will explain the significance of these activities. So everyone, so I hope I've gotten everyone's attention with this slide. So let's move on. Vanakkam, Vandanam, Swagatam, Suswagatam. Good afternoon, Vidyasagar College. I am Dr. Sid. Let us have some fun. So for these 3 activities, I would like your concentration. So if you are participating from the computer, you will need to learn how to raise your hand. So on the computer, there's an option called as participants. You need to click that and then click on raise hand. That is how you do it on the computer. So I hope everyone has understood. You need to click on participants and then click on raise hand from the computer. Whereas on the mobile, there is an option called as more. You need to click that and then click on raise hand. So we are going to have some fun by Kaun Banega Crorepati style, where the fastest finger first will be given the opportunity to answer. The first person to click on raise hand will be given the opportunity. If that answer is wrong, the next person will be given the opportunity, and so on and so forth. All right, guys, let us have some fun. The first question is going to be on your screen. Name the movie and the song. First person who knows the answer, kindly click on raise hand. Come on, guys. It is by the Mozart of Madras. Come on. Come on. I need you guys to be mentally alert. Dun, 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 dun. Does nobody know the answer? Oh my God. Am I audible? Okay,
Yes,
Raghavi
sir.
madam. Raghavi madam, unmute yourself and kindly give us the answer.
The song is Yeniniya Ponnilave, but I'm not familiar with the movie name.
So that is a very good job. The movie is Moodu Pani. I will give it to you, Raghavi madam. So later, with Firdos madam's help, I will get your phone number. So guys, as I was telling you, this is not a regular didactic lecture. So I'm requesting you all to unmute yourselves, and we're going to have a social activity together. So I'm going to show you the lyrics on the screen. So I want you all to sing with me. The lyrics will be on your screen in 3, 2, 1. Come on. Sing together, guys. Let's sing together, guys. Yen iniya
Nilave, Nilavilin Kanave, Vinavile, Udusugam, Tararara, Vinam Vinam,
Wow, so I'm happy that few of you guys participated for that. I'm very happy. So I want everybody's involvement. We're having 2 more activities. I will explain the significance why I am giving you these activities. So the next question will be on your screen now. It is a riddle. I am in you, but not in him. I go up, but not down. I am in the Colosseum, but not a tower. I am in a puzzle, but not a riddle. What am I? If I do not get a raise hand, I will give you a clue in 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, Sujata Ramesh Babu madam, please tell us the answer.
I think it is letter U. Is that it?
Yes, madam, that is the right answer. Good job. Okay, so now we're on the last and final one. So guys, I want you guys to get out from your seat. The next one is going to be a task. So I'm going to stop sharing. What fruit is a doctor's worst enemy? The first person to bring that item, please click on raise hand. Guys, come on.
Full sir.
Yes, apple is the correct answer. Do you have an apple with you? Raghavi madam is the first person to raise her hand. Deepa C. Deepa C, come on. All right. Anyway, I'm happy that I got everybody's attention. So we're going to move on.
Siddharth, Raghavi. Both of them have won free registrations.
Yes, sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah, so guys, so now as promised, I'm going to explain the significance. So the song was a social activity, riddle was a mental activity, and the task was a physical activity. So mental health is a state of psychological, it's a state of emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So emotional well-being, the mood elevation that you get from doing an activity, that was the significance of that. Psychological, your mental alertness with the riddle, so that was the significance of the psychological activity, and social well-being was the song that we did together. So that was the significance. So this is the this is the definition of mental health. So we had some fun, and I hope everybody is a little more mentally alert. So now back to my lecture. So as I initially said, I'm going to give you my experience. So I have always been a very anxious person. I've always been worried and nervous, like a lot of people over here, about even the small activities like going to school every day, tuitions, exams, exam results. But I was able to do my activities without it affecting me much. Even now, I am quite anxious talking in front of so many of you. But my college experience was slightly different. Over the course of college, I started to feel dull. I had a feeling of worthlessness. And just before my final year exams, I went into depression. And I don't use this word lightly. It required counseling, medication, and it lasted for 6 months. Most of the time, I was really, really dull. I lost focus for life. And most of my family members don't even know it, but I even had suicidal tendencies. Just like many others, I never told anyone about what I was facing, and I self isolated myself. But thankfully, my mom and dad noticed that I was dull. When they confronted me about it, I really burst into tears then. So my parents, really, they were my pillars through this time. I really can't imagine the hardships they would have faced seeing their grown son in that kind of state. They helped me focus 24 by 7, and I really do mean 24 by 7. I used to be awake during this depression for around 21 to 22 hours of life a day. They really helped me focus even when I lost interest in life. During this time, the way they made me focus was making me study. That was the only way I really actually was focusing myself. And it was my dad's idea to make me write a lot of notes. And by some miracle, I really don't remember those 2 months of my life. By some miracle, I passed my exam and even my practicals. Once I kept on improving, I had a silver lining. I told you that I had written a lot of notes. I had actually looked at all my notes, and I thought that I have something here. I have written something quite well. So then, with a lot of effort, it took around 500 to 600 hours to compile my notes. And then I wrote a book called as Must Knows of CVS during my internship. This was recognized by the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University, and I was given the Young Achievers Award. I was the first doctor in Tamil Nadu to receive this award. My life kept on getting better on both a personal and a professional front. I am now married. I have a wonderful, beautiful kid, and I've had a lot of professional achievements following that. So the reason I am sharing this with you, something that a lot of my family members also don't know, is because I wanted to show you that mental health issues are real. We have a lot of stigma talking about this. As I told you, a lot of my family members don't know. And this is why I wanted this opportunity to try and end the stigma. We need to talk about mental health. Did you know that the third major cause of death between the age of 10 to 24 years, such a young age, is suicide? In the college scenario, 80 out of 100 students have some form of anxiety or depression. Only 8 of these students open up about it, and less than 10%, sometimes not even that 1%, gets the required attention. If it wasn't for my parents, I really do not know what would have happened to me, what would be of my life. So mental health is a really, really broad topic. But so I do not want to bore you all. I'm going to talk about the most common issues faced in the college scenario, which is anxiety and depression. So there are various triggers that cause it. Biological factors, that is our genetics, psychological factors, and environmental factors. The only factor that we have some control of is the environmental factors. Some of the triggers for environmental triggers are: you are most vulnerable during the first year of college, and this is especially common amongst hostelites. This is mainly because they miss their family. Then other triggers include stress about the results or exams, feeling of humiliation in front of peers, and sleep disruption. We all do it. We do all-nighters. We try to complete our projects on time. We study for the exams. All this is very, very poor, and over time, it causes deterioration of your mental health. Other triggers of mental health include broken relationships, unrealistic expectations, and substance use. By relationships, broken relationships, I do not necessarily mean love. Even the loss of a loved one, their mental health, their even a break of friendship can cause mental health issues. We put on too much of stress on ourselves with unrealistic expectations. We need to know that we just need to put in the efforts and not expect any results. Then quite common in the college scenario are the use of drugs, alcohol, and other substances like ganja. So it is our job to help fellow batchmates, seniors, juniors, and students. We need to identify such people who may be really, really suffering. We need to hold out a helping hand. We have all seen a lot of posts on social media about people taking out their lives. We never expect it. We need to keep our eyes open. Some of the signs include them being very low, having mood swings, fatigued, not concentrating on their work, isolating themselves, withdrawal from their friends and family, and they cry a lot, and they lose interest in life. These are few of the symptoms. How can we do? What can we do to help? So first, we need to see, we need to talk to them. We need to see how severe their symptoms are. So generally, people with mental health, because of the stigma with mental health issues, because of the stigma, they are afraid to open up. So that is why it is our responsibility to talk with them. So some people, the danger signs are when they themselves talk about dying, when they inflict self-harm on themselves, when they say that they are a burden on others, when they take excess risks by like driving too fast, having mood swings, saying goodbye to everyone without any reason, staying isolated, and some people even have substance abuse like drugs and alcohol. So what do we need to do? We need to listen to them. We need to talk to them. We need to give them reassurance. We need to tell them that there is nothing wrong in suffering from such issues, and we need to encourage them to have appropriate professional help if necessary. Also, self-help tips. So people with less symptoms, they really do not need much. The most common things that help us out, even in this COVID situation, can be just doing some light workout, yoga, meditation, learning a new skill, having a good diet, and sleeping well. These are very important. So in conclusion, I would like to say that mental health issues are real. Don't ignore the signs. Remove the stigma. So we need, the change starts from us. We need to remove the stigma. We need to help each other out. we need to open up about our feelings. So I just wanted to give you a brief insight about it. So I hope I've done some justice towards it, because I did not want to go too deep into this topic, as it is quite broad. So I am done with my presentation. If somebody has any questions, I am open to answer.
Any question, girls? No questions? No one has any doubts?
Needs to go and have their lunch. So I guess this timing has is yeah, I'm probably disturbing everybody's lunchtime.
Dr. Siddharth,
Yeah.
how can we identify a person, especially a teenager, whether they are under stress or whether they have any of these mental disturbances?
First thing that we got to do is we should not assume that they are not suffering from anything. All this is regular. First thing what we got to do is we've got to talk to them. So once we talk to them and identify if there's a change in their general patterns, the way they talk, the way they interact with people, the way they do their work. So we'll have to observe whether there are any changes. If there are any changes, we need to talk to them. So that is the first thing that we got to do.
Thank you, Dr. Siddharth.
Sir, I would like to ask a question, sir. How
Please.
can I speak to and help someone with a mental health problem like depression or anxiety?
So first thing, we just need to approach them. If you really feel that they are not approachable, we need to take it up to somebody. So now with social media and with the WhatsApp and everything, first thing we send them a message, ask them how they are. So if they are not responding, we go and meet them in person. And even then, if they are not responding, we need to contact their family members or the seniors or the staff in the hospital. So that is what we need to do. That we have to go step by step. And if you do see danger signs, immediately we need to seek professional help. Now, it is so easy, especially in India. So to meet a professional doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, you do not need any appointments. You can even walk in. So we can even just take your friend to see them. And we need to remove that stigma. There's a real stigma about mental health. So that is what we need to do. We need to make them understand that it's okay. So most people with mental health issues, they are really happy if somebody actually just listens to them. So this is a problem that I faced on a personal note. So it was only because of my parents that I was able to feel better and get out of it.
Thank you for your response, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else having question? Deepa, yes, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Yes, thank you for those, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Sir, my query is that in the prevailing situation, everything is in online. So even students too pursuing their courses in the online, sir.
Sure.
Some students are mentally depressed just because of over assignments and online conducting exams in the online, sir. Not everyone, but some of them are much pressured. They cannot know how to overcome it, sir. Will you please give a tip to diverge us from that pressure, sir?
Yeah, so now what is happening, especially this is a big issue that is happening even in the IT people. So what the IT people, they have started to do is, if now, for example, if their work is from 9 to 5, so just before their work has started, they have some ice breaking type of sessions. They, before their work starts, they start off with a 10 minutes of meditation or something like that, and they have activities that give some incentive for their workers to continue to look forward to working. So maybe some small activities like a singing contest once a week, or once in 2 weeks, or once a month can help them. And another thing is they do need to unwind. So even so you do need some entertainment type of sessions. So I brought in few points like some quizzes, some online fun quizzes, some cinema related stuff, something like that will really help people unwind. And so once a week or once a day, some session like that can be 10 minutes. And really this new normal, when we all interact together, so now I see absolutely no one has put their video on. So we need to see each other, we need to talk to each other, we need to have a feeling that we are all connected. So we need to bring in such activities even in the college scenario. So yes, so even the psychologist friends that I have, they have also found are facing during this pandemic situation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Hi, sir. This is Divya.
Hello, Divya. Please tell me.
Sir, what are the problems that leads to depression, sir?
So it is generally a combination of a lot of things. So I, for one, I have a little bit of what do you call it? I have predisposing factors. So that is not controllable. So the controllable factors are only the environment. So if, like, for example, if we, some people, if we tease them in front of their peer group, they are not happy. They don't consider it as teasing. So for example, this is very common in the medical fraternity. So how the seniors, they teach their juniors is by asking them questions. And they generally, the way they, if the junior does not know that answer, they kind of tell, why don't you know this, you are already in this year. So they feel so right now our strength, our mental strength, having so much of more, they are getting more into these mental health issues. So first thing we got to do is we have to encourage that person to come up and ask the question. And if they really do not know that answer, we should not put them down in any way. We should encourage them for speaking up. Then the other factors, like the before the exams, the waiting for the results, the we all should remember that we should not think of it as a rat race. We are all just put in some effort. We need to have an immediate result. We should really get out of the rat race. We should know that the results are accumulation of all the effort that we made, and in the end, that is what bears fruits. So then after that, another thing is, if someone does have a loss of family member, we really do need to talk to them and extend our support to them. And because that is a huge trigger of mental health issues.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else with a question? If you don't want to speak, you can just send it in the chat box.
So, and yes, I have personally have talked to a couple of my juniors. So during their MBBS, they have had issues, and I have personally been able to help them. So if you guys do need to talk to me, I am going to just give you my phone number. I am not able to see. Yeah, I'll give you my phone number. So it is, you can definitely contact me if you have a difficulty in opening up in a public forum. It really doesn't matter. It's generally the introverts that generally have issues. So I really don't mind talking and helping my fellow human beings out. So I have just put my number. It is 9600048172. You can feel free to call me or even send me a WhatsApp message.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving the way so that our students will reach out to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the opportunity. It was really wonderful.
Thanks, sir. So I think we can end our session. I think no one is having any question.
Thank you so much, sir. It helped me a lot.
Thank you, Jayashree. So you can definitely do approach us. So we're all together in it together. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
So let's end the session, sir. Let's Deepa, can you just conclude the session?
Yes, sir. Good noon, all.
Unmute yourself, Deepa. We aren't audible. Yeah, now you can.
Okay, thank you. Sir, before delivering out of thanks, I would like to ask one question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, peer recognition is one of the important thing in society's view. But when we are not recognized by others, or our activities which are not recognized by others, that stress, that mental pressure is more worse than anything, sir. How to overcome and how to diverge from the situation first, sir?
So you need to remember that you do have people to talk to. You are not alone. So that is something else. You need to talk to your family members or your friends. You need to open up. Don't bottle up your will issues build up. So I would say you talk to your peer group itself. You talk to them. So this is a problem that I am facing. So I did this. Could somebody give me your comments? If you open up as well, that will be another important thing. So if you can try to open up, that will be very nice. So there's a question
Okay,
here.
sir.
There's a question in the chat box. Due to this COVID situation, the students and even the women staff do have trouble multitasking. So the level of stresses increases. So how can we handle it, sir? So this is a very interesting question. The first level type of activities, even online, there are lots of things available. We need to search. So even the student body or even the teacher body can get in touch with other organizations, even the especially the IT people. So if you do know anybody in the IT sector, you can talk to their HR and maybe integrate with their team building activities. Even during this COVID time, they are able to do some tasks and do some activities and help each other get out of stress. So that is one thing. Next thing is I guess we do need to talk to our family. So now because of COVID, everything is work from home. So before we used to have an exit point. Our work was work and home was home. So because now they are all together in the same place. So that is another reason why all this stress is increasing. So I guess the other thing is we really do need to open up to our family. So before, when work from home was there, everyone, the work wasn't really much. When you were working, would be able to do it and help you out. But now, even from home, you are doing a lot of work. So talking with your family, and even in your home, you need to have a separate workstation. That really does help. You need to have a separate workstation and talk to your family that between this time to this time, I am a little busy. Kindly help me out. And planning the day is very important. Planning is really, really important, and exercise really does help. So that's a very wonderful question, Veronica. So I hope that question, I answered it all right.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Indra.
Sir, how to overcome anxiety, sir?
So we
In
have a
nature.
lot of, so as I initially said, so why those 5 activities? So planning your day, exercising, yoga, meditation, eating good food, and even having a proper sleep pattern are very important. So these are things that even our elders do tell us. So what happens is there is a scientific basis for this. These 5 activities release a hormone called as endorphins. Even that will help us. And next thing is we have to curb our unrealistic expectations. So I would if you do know anybody in the Western country, I would like you to just talk with them. So for example, since I am in the medical field, I'm going to give you my example in the medical field. So I have been trained quite a few places abroad as well. So for example, in the US and and Australia, so there are if you look, so post MBBS or MS. So I was 28 years once I finished post graduation. When I went for a foreign fellowship, that is foreign training program. When I went there, probably the youngest person over there who was doing their MBBS, who were medical students, were probably around 40 years of age. So we have a lot of unrealistic expectations. We want to finish our work fast. We want to achieve something fast. So that is a rat race. Our attitude does need to change. So once you do change that little bit of attitude in yourself, that can help. Next thing, listen to elders. That's a very important thing. And I am not, until recently, I have not been a very staunch believer of God or even the scriptures. But recently, I have started, because of the amount of time that I'm having, I have been reading or listening or discussing with people who have read Bhagavad Gita. So even Bhagavad Gita does give you life lessons. It teaches you how you need to handle certain situations. So I guess that is also something else that can help out to reduce anxiety by listening to the scriptures, and not by reading the scriptures and actually trying to understand what is written over there. And yeah, so this is what I would suggest. So yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Indra.
Sir,
Sir,
I'm Abhinaya.
Yeah, please tell me.
What's the difference between anxiety and stress?
So they are both very similar. So I would just say that stress is the first form, is the initial thing that is there. And then if it is going for prolonged, over prolonged, if you have, so stress is only for the short period of time. Like for example, me talking in front of so many people, right now my heart rate, my respiratory rate is a little higher. I am exacerbated. But once this talk is over, my stress levels come down. So anything that is of shorter duration is stress. Anything, once that activity is over and you continue to feel those same feelings, then that is anxiety. Say in simple terms, that is the difference. So if you are having anxiety, I think it is better you do seek help.
sir,
Yeah.
if the person can't open up their problems in families and even in the friend circle too, whom can they approach?
Yeah, so the next thing is to seek professional help. So when they're unable and they are closing themselves up, you need to bring this. So a lot of colleges, for example, your own college has the topic which has a lot of stigma. So I am sure that your college management takes this problem quite seriously. So maybe approaching your college could be one. And next thing is you need to try. So there are a lot of self-help calls. That is what you call it. Toll-free numbers that are available. You can call them and you can ask them for guidance. And another thing, just like I said before, so all that stuff, they are very much approachable. They do understand the difficulties. So they you can ask them, you can speak to them, and then they will be able to guide you a little better what to do in that particular situation depending on the difficulties that you are facing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Any other question, girls? So as you mentioned, in our college, we have a counseling cell where many students approach us with their personal problems so that they can't share with their parents. So we have counseling cell, it's working now.
That's wonderful, madam. So that is so all students over here, please do know that your teachers are there to help you. So you do. So it is really, really wonderful that your college has this. So it really does help. It really, really does. You need to open up. So good job, Vidyasagar College. I'm so happy that you have that, because even the Stanford College has reported that the amount of mental health issues are on the rise. It is not coming down. So the awareness and the removal of the stigma is so nice that you are that your college is taking the right steps to reduce it.
And thank you, sir. We
Thank you,
do it just for the benefit of the students in all the way we can.
Yes, madam. So you're all doing a very good job.
So any other question, girls? I think no one has any question.
Thank you so much for all this interaction. It is really so nice. So even though the topic was mental health, you have all come out of your shell. So that is very nice for me to see. I'm sorry that I keep on interrupting you, Firdos, madam.
Not at all, sir. Okay.
So
Any
maybe,
questions? If you have anything, you can just put it in the chat box.
so maybe sessions, so what do you call it? Non-academic type of sessions could benefit students more to help reduce their stress. So that is another thing that you can think of, maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, just a session for 1 hour where just students and friends talk with each other, or have some small activity. It works.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So I think we can end the session. So we have one more question from Shweta.
What
So
do you
what do
think?
you think about overthinking to increase?
Does it? Yes, it does. It does for sure increase stress. So, just like our parents do tell us, put in your efforts and don't think about anything else. Yoga and meditation really does help. So, if 5 things, especially having a clear schedule, will really help you, Sweta, if you think that you are overthinking. So, yeah, I would say that you streamline your daily activities, yoga, meditation, exercises, learning a new skill, sleeping well, and having a good diet will really, really help you. Put in your efforts, don't expect the results, get out of uh, uh, yeah, you should not get worried about failure. Failure really is a stepping stone to success, and we are all really, really young. So outside the world, we all outside the world, if you go out of India, most of the people in the workspace will be above 30 years or even 40 years of age. So so whatever you are doing, you are doing the maximum you can do. So it doesn't matter if something is slightly delayed. If the success point that you are thinking gets slightly delayed, do not get worried about it. Put in your efforts and do those 5 things that I mentioned, and it will help you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your response.
Thank you.
Any other question, girls? think no one is having any question.
So I am approachable. So even though I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, this is something which how to handle if negative thoughts come. So if negative thoughts do come, you first think why you are having those thoughts, whether you've put in your efforts, talk to your family or friends, and I am sure that itself will help. Having being in a shell, remember, you really need to know that you are not alone. So talk to your friends and family and assess retrospect why those thoughts are coming. Did you do everything that is possible? And even if you didn't, it's okay, you can try again. So as I was saying, even though I am not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, this is something that I am passionate about, and if I can help somebody in need, I'll be really happy about it. So I do know quite a few people who will help each other out, and even now psychiatrists and psychologists do take even phone calls. Because of this pandemic, people are allowed to give consultation even online, and if necessary, in-person visit is also possible. Remove the stigma is a major thing. Don't think, because out of India, generally almost every single individual does have some form of psychiatric counseling. Just because you are having anxiety or stress doesn't mean there is something wrong with you.
Next question, girls. So I think we can.
Karthik did tell me that this group will be very interactive, and they really are. So this is very nice that you're all opening up and understanding the situation. So that's very nice. Very wonderful group, madam. So you have a very wonderful group of students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
I think no one is having any other questions. I think we can end up the session, sir. So Deepa, can you just take over?
Those, ma'am. Good noon, everyone. I am Deepa, YI co-chair of Vidyasagar Women's College. Would like to extend my hearty thanks to our honorable speaker, Dr. Siddharth Ramesh Babu sir, Registrar of Orthopedics and Orthopedic Surgeon in Spot Hospital, also the founder of VSQ. And sir, thank you for sharing your experience about the topic mental health, and also you defined the mental health in a very clear way. And you discussed about your own school life and college life, the environment which you have faced and how to overcome, and how successful you are. Thank you so much for sharing your own experience towards us. Thanks to Sujata ma'am for being a part in this webinar. Thank you so much, ma'am. And also you discussed about the triggers which will trigger our mind, and how to overcome the pressure, and what are the symptoms that we are facing while we are in the mental pressure, sir. That too very useful for us. And I must mention my deep sense of gratitude to our beloved Madam Principal, Dr. C. Shalini ma'am, for her constant support. And my sincere thanks to our financial controller, Adesh sir, for his valuable presence and for conducting this webinar in a very fruitful way. Thank you so much, sir. And at last, I may like to express my sincere thanks to my college for giving this wonderful opportunity to everyone to open up in this topic mental health, because in today's situation, this is a very important thing for everyone. And at last and foremost, I would like to thank the participants who stayed with us till the end. That brings us to the end of the session. Thank you all for your presence and for making this webinar a very, very interesting one. Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a happy, safe day and also a happy, safe Diwali.
Yes, sir.
Thank
You
you,
too, sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Happy Diwali, sir.
Thank you. Happy
Thank
Diwali,
you, sir.
everyone. Advanced wishes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks for accepting our invitation and being here with us. I think we can end the meeting now.
Thank you.